I am having a crisis, and it is a crisis on so many levels I can't even begin to explain. Everything has gone wrong that could possibly go wrong, and every single little like thing has now piled up to become this giant crisis. Midlife crisis at the age of 22. That's that. I'm in the middle of my midlife crisis right now. First off, let's start with the obvious. Everything I own is dirty. I am in this t-shirt simply because it's one of the only things that's clean. My hair, I dyed it pink, and it lasted, but it didn't last nearly long enough. So now like the pink is faded and it's more of like a off orange Pringley chip color. So now I'm stuck with that, and my hair looks questionable to say the least. Got some acne going on. We're just gonna ignore that. And we're also going to ignore the fact that I am coming here without a single drop of makeup on my face because I spent about 45 minutes trying to do makeup this morning, and every single thing that I put on just did not work. I just bought new eyeliner and I was like, yay, I'm so excited, I'm gonna try new eyeliner. And I tried it and I hate it. I hate it. The brush is like weird and I did not like it, and then it would not come off, and then I was like rubbing my eye, and then like my whole face got all red, and it just it was a lot. And that's just today. It's a lot. I'm in the middle of a crisis, but to be fair, later today I do get to go to therapy, so this goes from being my problem to being my therapist's problem. It's more of like our problem, but yeah. So today I'm going to walk you through some of my life crises, which does actually contain to books. So one of my major life crises right now is that I buy too many books. So I started my channel like a month ago, and this is going to be the third book haul that I post, and that's like kind of concerning that like all of my videos are book hauls, because all I do is go out and buy books, but then I don't actually read any of them. So I do read, I promise I do read, but that's another one of my concerns right now. So I bought a lot of books, and I got a lot of books for Christmas and from friends and like gift cards and like whatever, you know, we got books. But now I'm in like this really like weird book rut, and nothing I read is good. And I know that like books are actually good. A lot of the books I read are very, very good. I love a lot of the books that I read very passionately. But right now I just cannot seem to get into any single book that I have read. Just haven't gotten into it. I just finished reading The Tourist Attraction, 3 stars. It was meh. It was just meh. Just finished reading Breathless by Jennifer Neven. Meh. Another 3-star read. Like, everything I've read so far recently has just been meh. And I need something to break me out of that funk. Also, personally, when I buy too many books and then they all stack up, it gets very overwhelming, and then I just get paralyzed where I'm at. And so that's where I'm at. Like, I have a lot of books and nothing to read because I'm too paralyzed to like pick up a book. So that's that. But it's a lot. I am in the middle of a crisis. This is my midlife crisis. Welcome to it. But we're gonna get started with my book haul because I feel like that might help my midlife crisis. Also, along for the ride today, we have my emotional support cow. My cats, the ones that are always in the backgrounds of these videos, one of them is actually my emotional support cat. Like, I have one, it's been like granted by my therapist and stuff. It's not just like I have an emotional support cat. Like, no, like I actually have an emotional support animal. But they're off cuddling elsewhere without me, so he's not providing very much emotional support right now. But my cow, he's a warmies, so he goes in the microwave, and so he's all nice and warm and cuddly right now, and it just makes me happy. So that's where we're at with that. But onto this video. So I have a very big stack of books, and I knew I shouldn't have bought more books. I knew I shouldn't have. Let me walk you through this, why I have so many books. So I was looking for the second and third book from the Shadow and Bone trilogy because I'm reading it with my friend Savannah, and you need the second and the third book in order to finish the series. So I went to Half Price Books. So it's like this cute little thrift store, and I'm like, oh yeah, shop secondhand. You'll get some good deals. You'll find the books you're looking for, and then you'll be good. But the thing with shopping secondhand is that they just have what they have, which is great because I love that people give their books back and like do something with them, but they didn't have what I wanted. Don't think that I walked out without any books though. Let me walk you through. This was the newest book that they have. I'm very excited. It is The Fastest Way to Fall. A lot of people have had this on their TBRs recently, and so I was like, I saw it, and I'm gonna pick it up. And I love that all of these are on sale. So next I have Meet You in the Next I have Meet You in the Middle, and I've heard mixed reviews. I don't like politics because it scares me, and I don't like to be like, I don't want to hear about your political beliefs. I really don't. Like, I just want to read my book and enjoy my night in peace and not have to stay up into the early hours of the morning paralyzed by the fear of politics. There's just a lot that goes on with it. There's a lot of like very emotional things, and it just but I got it for $8 and it's supposed to be 16, so thanks Half Price Books. When it says Half Price Books, it really does mean half price books. And then I also got Girls of Paper and Fire because this one's like an older one, but like the cover's really pretty and shimmery, and I like that. And the words are big, and I've heard good things. It hasn't been like on my For You page or anything recently, but I just really like the idea of it, so I got that one too. And then I have Life's Too Short, and the only reason I picked this up is because it's yellow, and yellow is my favorite color. It's the color of the sun, it's the color of happy, and as you know, I'm in the middle of a crisis. So being in the middle of the crisis, we're gonna need some sunshine. So, life's too short. It do be too short. And then I also got 2 hardcover books. I got Frat Girl. It's cute. I will say, like, there's like a little like spot where like the cover's not perfect, but I tend to not care about that type of stuff. I know some book people like really do care about that. I don't. It's a book. I'll read it. And it was only $9.50 rather than however many it was originally. So I will take it. Cute. Okay. And then my last one from my Half Price Books haul, I got And She Was by Jessica Verdi. And Jessica Verdi wrote The Summer I Wasn't Me, and that's one of my favorites, and I just connect to it so much. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pick this up, see how it goes. I don't really know what this is about at all, but I like the author, so we're reading it. So that's part of my crisis. Part of my crisis is that I just bought too many books. Like, that is on top of the other like hauls that I've shown you. So I easily have like 30 to 40 unread books sitting in my room right now. And that's just 30 to 40 too many, honestly. Like, I usually like to have like 5 to 10 so I get choices to pick from, but it's not too overwhelming. But right now I have a solid 40 books, and that's overwhelming. What do I choose? What do I do next? But then I have more books, so I usually try and do like Half Price Books and like independent booksellers and stuff like that rather than Barnes & Noble or Amazon, just because those are like the big companies and the money doesn't really go back into the community, and that's one of the things that I wanted to work on this year is like shopping small and shopping independent rather than shopping from Amazon. I do love it though. I do love it. It's a guilty pleasure, but I'm like trying to work on it, you know? Okay. But as I said, Half Price Books didn't have the 2 books that I wanted, numbers 2 and 3 in the Shadow and Bone series. So I was like, I'll just get them off of Amazon, right? I know it's going to have it. I know it's going to not be like quite as expensive, especially after I just spent a lot of money buying books that weren't on my list, but we're at Half Price Books. So I was like, oh, it's half price. It's such a good deal. I have to get them. I mean, they're on sale, obviously. I have to get them. But anyway, so I got these 2 on Amazon, and they're like, well, your total is only like $20, but I don't have Prime either. But if you spend $25, then you get free shipping. And I don't have Prime, so it's either $20 and you've got to pay for shipping, or you add 1 more book to your list and then you get free shipping. So like, kind of pays off in the end, doesn't it? It does. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. So they got me to spend more, of course. I bought the Charm Offensive, and that pushed me over $25, and then I got free shipping. So I got those 3 books from Amazon, even though I'm not thrilled about that. So that's that. I will say, amidst my crisis of many, many levels, I really am all over the place today, but amidst my crisis, I have had a glimmer of hope shine through. This is that glimmer. I won a copy of the One True Me and You. It was gifted to me like through Instagram. I won a giveaway, and it's an advanced reader's copy, and I really do think I'm just lucky. I really do think that I am just lucky with giveaways, because I know people who have never won a giveaway in their life, and like that used to be me. I don't win like the lottery or like, I don't know, like normal things, like, you know, like little things here and there. Like I'm not picked first in sports, or like picked on and like for groups and stuff, you know, like in class when you gotta find your friend, make yourself a group. I'm like always like picked last. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not lucky. I'm not lucky. But I am for giveaways. I get so many book giveaways, and I'm just thrilled. But this comes out in March, and I really want to read it. So this is like coming very close to the top of my list, just because I'm very, very, very excited about it, and I want to know all of the tea. I really want to know what like happens, and I really just want to feel special for getting to read it early. Okay, so that was the list of the books that I just bought amidst my crisis. And then I also have like a crisis part 2. And part of that crisis is that I go to Florida. On the day that you are seeing this, I will be on the plane on my way to Florida. I currently live in Illinois. I'm going to Florida to visit my friend Savannah. We did the Disney College program together. We're friends on everything. You know, we're always texting. And she is the one who I'm buddy reading with. So, like, we're book friends, too. She reads. So, now it's like, what do I bring? What books do I bring on my trip to Florida to sit on the couch and read with her and her cat? I'm really excited because I'm going to go to Florida, and then she's got a cat, and then I'm just going to have like even more cat content. Like in the background, there's no cats here today, but in the background of my videos, I feel like it's always Where's Waldo, but with the cats, because the cats are always here and there and here and there and just like everywhere, and I have so many of them, and they steal all of the attention, but I get to go to Florida and steal the attention for her cat, so that's really fun. But I didn't know what books to pack, and I have finally decided. So here is the books that I am packing to go to Florida next week, or I guess today by the time you are seeing this. First off, as I already showed you, the second 2 books to Shadow and Bone, or buddy reading them if we don't finish them by the time that we leave, which we definitely won't because these are thick. I'm taking them with me. And then the inheritance games because I'm buddy reading this with my friend Mackenzie. So I just do a lot of buddy reads. I think they're fun. They get me into reading, and like they make me pick up the books on my TBR rather than actually going out and buying more. But I'm buddy reading this with Mackenzie like starting next week because I'm in Florida for like a hot minute. So I need to bring this for when we start that. But we're only reading 50 pages a day of the inheritance games, and I know I can read more than that, so I need like other books to keep me busy. So we have The Betrothed because like princess vibes, and then People We Meet on Vacation because everybody tells me to read it. I think it's going to be really good. It's Emily Henry, and I'm on vacation, so like vacation vibes. Good Girl Complex. I've read this. You've heard about it. Can't stop talking about it. I wasn't a huge fan. It was like 3.5 stars, but my friend Savannah is a really big fan of Elle Kennedy, and I wouldn't reread it, so I'm going to give it to her and be like, thanks for letting me stay in your apartment rent-free for like 2 weeks. And lastly, If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy because it's like Cinderella inspired, and I'm going to Florida and I'm going to Walt Disney World, so like imagine me reading this book on the hubgrass in front of Cinderella's castle. Yes, it's the vibes. It is the vibes. So that is like most of my crisis. Oh, the rest of my crisis. So I'm not doing the books that are coming out from June until December of 2022. I still think it's 2020. That's like 2 years ago. But I'm not doing like books coming out from June to December. I'm not making videos on that simply because it's hard. I don't know what books are coming out then because so many people are like still writing their books and haven't planned that far in advance that it's just going to be too hard for me to find books and give you like the details and what they're actually about and like what the ratings and stuff are. So I've decided to just put that off and do that like halfway through the year, which I said at the end of my other video, but like nobody sits through all of this, so if you missed it, you missed it. But yeah, that's my crisis. And now that I've talked through my crisis, I feel better. I do feel better. This was good for me. This was good. I need to stop buying books, so we're going to be done buying books. I now know what I am bringing with me to Florida, so there is that. And also I am going to therapy today to get all of the rest of the things off of my back because there's just too much going on in my life. Every little thing is like a big deal. But thank you for listening to my rant about my midlife crisis. Are you having a crisis? Or am I the only one? I feel like now's the perfect time for everybody around me to have a crisis. And I feel like everyone's having their own crisis. Like I'm over here having like a book crisis and a life crisis and just like a crisis in general. But everybody else is having like different crises. So like if you're having a crisis, I'm sorry. Also talk it out. Because I feel better after doing this. Now that everybody knows about my life crises, I'm feeling good. Feeling like there's a weight off my back. So, thanks for listening. And, I guess I'll catch you later. Next video will not be about my life crises, and hopefully I will be able to get my life back on track. So, I'll see you then. Bye.